Hi, I'm Greg Pace with Malik & Malik. You might have gotten a notice in the mail for a workers' compensation hearing, and you see this long list of information and you want to know, what does this all mean? What do I need to know? Obviously, you need to know the date and the time of your hearing. That's probably the most important thing. But the other thing to keep in mind is you need to look at what issue is noticed as the only issues that will be addressed at that hearing. It might say initial allowance, which is the decision on whether you have a valid claim or not. It might be a treatment issue. It might be something minor like wages, which is just to see how much you're going to get paid if you do get paid. Most common issues seen in a hearing are for treatment and for additional conditions to be added to your claim. So take a look to see what issues are listed on the notice so you know what you need to be prepared to discuss at that hearing. The other thing to keep in mind is that since that will be the only issue being discussed in that hearing, you don't need to discuss the other aspects of your claim that might be causing you some trouble. So if it is a hearing for an additional condition, like maybe a tear in your shoulder, you don't need to relitigate the allowance of the claim itself. You don't need to discuss problems that you're having with your back or payment issues that you've been having thus far. You want to just keep to the topic at hand so the hearing officer can quickly understand exactly what's going on. The second thing to keep in mind is that you have two options now in Ohio on how to attend your own hearing. You can attend in person, so you'll want to see the address listed of where to go, and you want to get there probably 20-30 minutes early to be prepared for when your hearing gets called. But also, after COVID shutdowns in 2020, everyone now has the option to attend their hearing remotely. You can do that either by telephone or through a web application called WebEx. So take a look at that part of the notice as well to see the phone number and the hearing code that you put in, or the WebEx address if you want to attend using your computer. So now you don't have to necessarily go in person. You can decide that you want to call in and attend by phone. Most of our clients now do attend by phone, and we find that to be much more convenient for them, especially when you're suffering from an injury and don't want to figure out parking downtown. Hearings can be overwhelming and stressful, especially if this is something that you haven't had to do with before. Just look at how much information is listed on the notice alone. So that just shows how overwhelming it could be. So when you get a notice of hearing, that means something in your claim is being contested, and this is a good time to consider whether you should get an experienced workers' compensation attorney.